So for today's Vlogmas, I thought it would be fun to do what I make the boys for breakfast. So I start off with a little bit of butter in a pan, and then get my handy dandy spatula. You can't see them probably, but the boys are right here. Let me see if I can show them. Hi, are you waiting for breakfast? Yeah, okay. So this is actually their first breakfast, so it's not going to seem like a lot. Because they also get fed with my parents' dogs over at their house. So they do get eggs in the morning, eggs and milk. So I just let the pan melt down, and while that does that, I usually get myself my coffee. And then, well, now that the butter's melted, you can hear Sam got off the couch and ran over here because he heard the eggs crack. 3 eggs. I also try to give them a fairly small breakfast, especially when they're in training. Right, so because Sam is in training, Max is in training, because that's how it works. Like, it's hard to train one dog unless you separate them. We do separate training. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. We do separate training, like individual training with them, but often they're together, and it's also good. It's also good to train dogs together when you have more than one. That's very helpful. So we're going to be doing that as well. But since that's the case, they get a fairly small breakfast because I don't want them to be too full, right? I want them to want treats. And plus, if I'm going to give them a bunch of treats, I don't want them getting overweight because they're getting all those extra calories. So I separate the eggs. They each get 1.5 eggs. I don't fully cook them because they don't need to be. First off, they could actually eat them raw. There are some people who do feed their dogs raw eggs. Mine prefer them slightly cooked, so that's what I do. And then the dogs like to lick the spoon. So I do that. Then I'm going to try and do this one-handed. We move over to, well, I can't use the kitchen island at the moment. I have Sam's DNA test over here, which was a struggle to get, by the way. He did not like the swab going in his mouth. He was not a fan. So let's chill right here for a second. So we've got our eggs, and while those cool off a little bit, I get fresh kitty bowls. So fresh kitty bowls. The cat's food is pre-made because I make their raw. Turn off the stove. Kitty food. And then I use baby spoons from IKEA. These things are super helpful. Now the cats get a fairly light breakfast too, because if Link eats too much, if Link eats too much in the morning, he'll barf. He'll like devour it all and then he'll throw up. And he's maintaining his weight with what we're doing, so no worries. And Colson actually needs to lose a little bit of weight. He tends to be a bit of a glutton. So I just try to make sure, Link, honey, can we not climb the wall, please? that they don't get too much. And then again, the dogs tend to like to lick the spoon. Sorry for the awkward filming. The phone's on a tripod and I moved it so you could see them. So that's theirs. And put that away. And then the dogs also get some milk in theirs. I like to use the A2 milk. I actually like it quite better and it doesn't give me lactose problems. They have some milk in theirs. Yeah. And at this point, the coffee is usually done and Link's usually out of patience. So I'm actually gonna try and do this. All right, so sorry for the movement for anyone who's motion sick. There's Max. And usually I would do this two-handed so they'd get it at the same time. But we're gonna try and, Sammy, you good boy? Oh, good boy, very nice. I got Sam his own stand for his breakfast and dinner. Good boys. You can see they were playing last night and made a mess and I just didn't clean up because I was tired. Here's my Maxie. All right, and then I've got the kitty bowls. This might be a little bit of a challenge. Kitty, kitty. Come on, cousin. I know. Hurry up, Mom. Jeez. Sorry, my hand hit the tripod. All right. So, kitty food. I did actually reupholster this bench. So it would be vinyl because then it's way easier to clean. So clean up last night's dishes. And now the kitties have their breakfast. You can see what I mean. Look at Lake. He like devours it. Yeah. You're very cute kitties. And their food is turkey, organ meat, vitamins, like vitamin E, kosher salt, things like that. And by the time that's done, the boys, because they don't get slow feeders for breakfast, but by then the boys are usually pretty close to done or done with their breakfast. You all done, sir? Good boy. You all done? Sammy, you all done? Good boy. And I pick up their bowls because Sammy has resource guarding issues. You probably heard me mention that before. So because that's the case, I don't leave bowls down. And that's it.